Good morning and welcome to Wholesome Roots. This morning I have kind of a heavy heart and a guilty conscience. You see these sweet birds? Well, we're down a couple. And I have to admit that it is my fault. I am guilty. You see, for the first couple of weeks I gave them their magic water with their apple cider vinegar and garlic and honey, and kept their immune system strong. And then I got lazy and I stopped doing it. And now I'm paying the consequences. You see, part of raising animals naturally without chemicals and medications and antibiotics and such is that you have to be very persistent in your immune boosting formulas. And you also have to really stay on top of it to make sure that they do stay healthy. So I'm afraid what has happened is that the chicks have coccidiosis. If any of you know about that, you know that it's a very harmful disease and it will spread throughout all of them pretty quick. So we lost a couple already and now I'm trying to save the rest. And one of the best ways to do it is the apple cider vinegar and garlic. Figures, right? The one thing that I knew to do and had just stopped doing. It was just one of those things that, like, I just stopped carrying it down with me in the morning, and so I just would fill up their water with regular water. So I have made a concoction of the whole kitchen sink to help fight this and save the rest of them. So my very first step was to get them out of the brooder they were in and scrub and sanitize everything that they have come into contact with, to make sure that it doesn't spread anymore. So they are super sanitized now. Liam, would you not put your fingers on the camera? What do you want to say? No. So this right here is what I'm going to be adding to their water over the next couple of days to get rid of the coccidiosis and make sure it stays away. So what I've put in it is Bragg's apple cider vinegar, a bunch of chopped up garlic, honey, molasses, a pinch of Himalayan pink salt, a big amount of my homemade fire cider, cayenne powder, cinnamon, and then I put, for my essential oils, I put oregano, wild orange, and frankincense. So all of these things that I've added to this concoction are all immune boosting and antibacterial and anti-everything. So they're going to fight off whatever this is, if it even is coccidiosis. So I mean, I did see a little bit of blood in a couple of the stools after I moved them into the new coop. I'm in the kennel. And I moved them into this kennel to get them out of the brooder so I could get everything clean, and I think they're just gonna stay in this kennel now until we get their permanent residence set up, or their semi-permanent residence in their transition stages. So I'm gonna put this in their water and I'm gonna have it down here so that I do not forget to put it in their water every time. And I've scrubbed out everything and sanitized everything. So hopefully this will make a big difference and they'll bounce back. And just being out here in the sunlight, I think is gonna help a lot. They are doing better already, it seems like, because they were all kind of like huddled in the corner and just not acting right. And I was like, you know what, you guys need out. You guys need to get outside. Not only were they kind of crowded for space, but it was also just not enough air passing through, I think. So I really feel guilty. I really feel guilty. I know better. I just have had so much going on, and we weren't even supposed to have these chicks. They were supposed to be sold the day they were born, and unfortunately with the poultry ban, that kind of messed us all up. So we're hoping we don't lose any more, and we're going to take all the steps that we can to ensure that we don't. So wish us luck. So due to the fact that I have essential oils in this mix, I'm going to make sure that I vigorously stir it before adding it to the water. And that'll help get some of the garlic pieces up to the top too, because that'd be good for them to have a couple of chunks of chopped garlic in their water, and they can eat that out. So let's hope that this makes a big difference and that it saves some lives. So my thoughts on herbal or natural remedies is that doing just one thing, like just apple cider vinegar or just garlic, is not always that effective. It's the combination of all the different things that seem to give enough immune boosting power that it helps. So the first thing I did do this morning is I put some of the Molly's herbal dewormer on their food before I was even able to go up to the house and make this concoction. So they're getting some immune boosting herbs in their food and in their water. So any that are eating and drinking are going to get some of those benefits, and they're probably going to be fine. That we probably will be just fine now. Coccidiosis can be very serious because it does kill them if you don't catch it, which when I had that chick in my bra the other day and I thought it had just gotten wet, that was probably the first sign that we had an issue, and I didn't recognize it as an issue. I hadn't seen any bloody stool or anybody else acting weird. And then it wasn't until yesterday that I was like, you know, this one is acting weird too, and you know what, that one doesn't look so perky. And you know, I thought, they must be too cold in here. Maybe we should add, I actually added a seed tray heating mat to the coop, to the brooder, because I thought it was temperature issue. I said to Ryan, I said, I think we have an environmental issue here. They seem like they're cold. They're acting cold. And that's how they look when they have coccidiosis. They puff up and have that puffy look. And I just took it the wrong way. I misinterpreted the signs, and I feel really guilty about that. But I'm gonna try to move forward and know that my fatal mistakes are hopefully a lesson for you guys. If you start to see your chicks or chickens acting lethargic or different in any way, no matter what the issue is, even if you think it's temperature, start adding all those natural things if you aren't already. Really, I should have been doing the ACV and the garlic all along. I thought, you know, oh, they're strong now, they're tough, they're feathered out, you know, they'll be fine. And they weren't fine. And I'm just gonna try not to beat myself up about this, because I really feel bad about it. So hopefully we won't lose any more, because I don't wanna have that on my heart. But we'll hopefully get past this, and it'll be a learning lesson for myself. And because of my YouTube channel, now hopefully it'll help some of you, and you guys will know to act quickly and maybe even prevent it from ever happening to your flock. So I guess the title of today's vlog should be how to tell when you're a true homesteader. And that is to admit when you're wrong. And I definitely am admitting that I did wrong by these chicks. I came out here to see how the babies were doing, playing. And I'm out here, we're over by the shelter. And this little family right here just stayed at the gate watching Rowan like, are you gonna give me something? Cute little family. Sugar and Spice are Fancy Two's babies, and Eugene is Fancy Two's brother. All gotta pee at the same time. Like dogs marking territory. Sweet baby. Every time I try to step away to do a video of them, they all come all around me. I can't do a video because they just want to be right up against me. Just wanted to see these cute babies. They're all doing so well. So happy. I love my babies. Fancy's okay, hopefully. Her diarrhea is still persistent, but she doesn't have a fever and she's eating and drinking normal. So we're gonna chalk it up to postpartum symptoms for now and keep a close eye on her. And look at that udder. This shady girl's getting on her, and that's with a baby nursing full time. I could probably milk her out right now. Fancy's got that big udder too, but she's got 2 babies on her, so it's pretty empty. They hear dad. I mean, they see daddy and they start bellowing. Look at that. Willow, for her first freshener's got pretty awesome udder too. We got good goats. Lots of good goats. No! I told you, no more jumping up. You're too big. It's like teaching a dog not to jump. I'm gonna have to start bringing my knee up every time he does that and just kneeing him in the chest. I know it's mean, but it's the only way for him to learn so he doesn't end up hurting somebody when he's a big buck. So cute. Who's eating my pants? Fancy's like the little nanny, bringing all the babies to daddy. Well, what do you know? These guys are already perking up. Don't they all look like they're just a lot brighter and healthier already? Fresh air, sunshine, and extra good stuff in their food and water.